Round 2.
Fight. Does this mean it?
It means that the red.
It's glowing and it's beautiful. It
The
doesn't
red
blink.
means it's recording.
Okay, thank goodness for me.
Hopefully it stays on this time.
Do you want to mention it in the episode or just go jump back
We
in? Like
just
nothing?
did.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another one. Tangents of Horror.
Please don't talk like that through the whole episode. This is Tangents of Horror. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Steven, and I sound like an old-timey 1920s radio guy.
Why?
That's what I did, and I don't know why. He came to me. I didn't come to him.
Come.
We're reviewing this 2022 specialer.
Specialer, eh?
Don't do it to me. We're
Smile.
And you're on camera. You're on our podcast,
I'm not
Tangents
on
of
camera.
Horror.
I have to stop laughing.
You're smiling, dude, and that's just what they wanted you to think. What's the director's name?
Parker Finn.
Wanted you to smile while watching this movie.
I would think so.
And it makes sense.
He told us what we wanted, what he wanted us to do in the title.
Exactly.
Sozy Bacon is Rose.
Susie Bacon. Sozy? Is her name actually Sozy?
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
I need the note. What's her name?
It says O. There's an O.
Sozy. Maybe you're just bad at writing.
No. I'm good at writing.
Sozy Bacon.
Sorry, we're a little
Sozy Baconed right now.
that too.
The fryer was on a little too high.
Like you heard before, we had a problem. It stopped recording. We did get like 15 minutes into this before.
Guys, it's all a blur.
But we're back. It's
We've
almost
always
like it was
been
almost like a trick
here.
like in the movie where
It's like
something happened
it's a
and
dream
then it didn't
sequence.
happen. It
It's
was
a
a dream
dream.
sequence.
we're ethereal. We exist everywhere, sometimes and sometimes not.
Sometimes and never.
You're
And
too
once
extreme.
in a while.
Okay, there's the middle point.
All right, Smile. We're finally reviewing it.
Guys.
We've been meaning to review it for a while.
Thank you for your
Steven doesn't like it.
Thank you for your postcards. Thank you for your emails. We're finally doing Smile. I didn't like it, guys. But listen, keep sending in those postcards, and maybe...
You're making it sound like the end of the episode.
And hey, guys, make sure to...
I didn't like it. That's it.
Send
We're
in those
good.
postcards, because that's all... No. Listen, the opening... Oh, goodness, I'm playing football with myself.
Well, the opening is actually a continuation from a short film.
What is it called?
Laura, where'd you go?
Laura, where'd you go? I think it's called Laura Never Sleeps, but I guess it's up to opinion.
That makes more sense.
Laura Never Sleeps was an 11-minute
right.
short film in 2020.
Kind of a prequel.
Kind of a prequel.
Because Laura shows up in this movie in the opening, and Laura is a crazy bitch.
She's a crazy girl, and
Poor
she
girl.
gets medical doctored when you get...
By Rose.
By Rose Quartz.
Our main character.
You ever watch Steven Universe?
No.
By our main character, Rose. And she's a therapist doctor. And she talks to Laura and doesn't do a good job,
No.
in my opinion.
Well, you made an interesting point the first time we talked about this.
Mhm.
So Rose killed her mom
Yeah.
by letting her mom overdose, basically.
Yes. Negligence.
Yes.
Yes.
So she did kill her, technically.
And you talking legally? You talking morally?
Both, really.
The legal aspect, I don't think they would convict a 7-8-year-old child. What would you say?
Well, no, yeah, they wouldn't.
Of negligence for her mother, because at that point, that's the mother's own actions.
Even if they knew that she was looking at her mom say, I made a mistake.
Yeah, you expect a kid to freeze up in those situations when they kind of have an emotional overload like that.
If they saw everything we saw. Because doesn't she say no and then close the door?
I think she doesn't. I think she freezes. I don't know if she says a word. Or maybe she might. I think she does say no. But no could mean a lot of different things in those aspects, especially coming from a therapist point of view. And this is really what Rose should have gotten down to.
Would it have been easy for someone like Rose to become a therapist? Because even before this stuff happens, she seems a little...
She could study it. It could be truly through like book smarts only and not a real world application.
So yeah, you connected the freezing of her killing her mom to the freezing of her seeing Laura
And being negligent and letting Laura kill herself.
slice her face.
Right from the cheekbone down to the chin.
That was a very disturbing scene. Very good, though. I liked it. I liked the opening.
Pack up her body and put her in the bin.
It was some crazy shit.
I liked it. It was cute. I like the minimalist room. Don't give me that face.
One word
It was
describe
cute.
it, it was cute,
I really liked
guess.
Laura's actor. It really shows.
She's pretty
Was
badass.
that the bacon? Or no, that's Rose.
No, Laura was played by Caitlin Stacy.
Oh, dude, that's right off the top of your head?
Right? I remember everything. Names are my forte.
I had an ex-girlfriend named Caitlin,
That's good to know.
and I also had a Kia Forte. That's also true. I totaled it at the intersection.
That's not good. You had a Kia?
Kia Forte.
Was it used?
No, it was my parents. And then I totaled
Wow.
it in an intersection.
That's pretty crazy. This opening was 13 minutes long.
It was 12 minutes and 56 seconds.
7 at least.
Comments.
I almost want to know if they were going for the 13 minutes, because that
Okay,
is an unlucky number.
Yeah, and like here, and that's it.
What?
In Europe, they don't give a shit.
And where?
In Europe, they don't give a shit.
This isn't a European movie?
European, I'm a peon. Someone just better flush.
Why? Talk about the movie, Steven.
Well, okay, so Rose slices her face. Rose sees face slice. She gets PTSD.
She's possessed.
She's
That's
being followed. She's being followed. It's following her.
It is following
It's
her.
follow her.
But it has attached herself in a way. Attached itself to her in a
Yes,
way.
I suppose.
Because it's this whole... It kind of reminds me... Because isn't this kind of how The Grudge and The Ring kind of work? They're
Yeah.
kind of based on...
They're like a ticking time bomb.
Is it The Grudge where all the stories are like very... what's the word? Traumatic events that... The feeling of the traumatic
Right.
event is the ghost kind of sort of thing.
Yeah, it
or
allows you-
driving the ghost.
Well, I guess it allows you to. I guess the monster explains it again at the end of this movie here that the mind is so inviting.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like this monster's feeding on broken minds.
yeah.
And even if the mind isn't broken,
Yeah,
the traumatic event that it's creating
Yeah.
breaks the mind enough
Yeah.
for it to
someone
enter.
who would be susceptible to something like that.
Yeah, that's what it kept reminding me of. So this is the opening scene is it getting into her mind,
Yeah.
and I think like what you said at the end of the movie when it said it was so inviting, it
Yeah.
was just like
It's
at
just-
this point it was like
Yeah.
right into her because everything that happens to her happens basically right after this scene.
Yes, yeah.
Her cat going missing. We only see the cat once.
Mhm.
Cat doesn't smile.
No smile on that Mr. Mustache.
We were flipping through the movie, and that was a comment you made.
Yeah, and I'm like, I hope they better make the cat. If they had balls, they would make the cat smile.
And
like
that
the
is
Chesh-
actually in my notes too.
Yeah,
Missed opportunity.
honestly,
Did you, the listener, want the cat to smile? Let us know.
no one's
get in
going to say
touch.
no. No one's going to say no.
Well, no, I want to know if they thought that while watching the movie. Maybe now they wanted to
Maybe.
smile, but I mean while they watched the movie.
Well, if they didn't, then they're not good directors. Just saying.
Yeah, well, if you're not a good director, why are you listening to our podcast?
Don't. You know what? We can teach them. We can fix
Well,
them.
what you said doesn't make sense either. That's why I was adding to it. You're not good director.
I can fix him.
Jump scares. Lots.
It's
Little
like-
too many. A little too many.
It depends.
Some of them got me though.
Because I think there was like 6 or 7. But I think
Probably.
there was things that could be considered jump scares that are not, that can bring that number up.
I mean, there was one like at I think it was the birthday party. Someone's like lighting a lighter or something like that, and it's just like right in front of the camera.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
No,
but it's just annoying.
actually,
like,
one of the scariest jump scares for me was at the the birthday scene when they're singing "Happy Birthday," and right before they go "Happy Birthday"
to they just
and
go.
then they just go "Happy Birthday," and it's terrifying.
That actually sums up all of the music design.
Yeah,
It's just droning.
Just oh,
like that. But a lot of it, but different notes
oh, different notes though.
at different scenes.
So,
Yeah, you got to change it up a little
because
bit.
if it's more exciting, higher notes.
I find a lot of these movies are like that. If there's ever if it's like based on jump scares mostly, it's always a droney sort of
Yeah.
just held.
It's like a
Whatever.
And it's, yeah. You know, it does descend, doesn't it? Because then that's always when it feels creepy. So when the music starts descending in pitch very slowly.
Normally near the end when it's like no, it's not a jump scare. It's not going to get scary.
Yeah, exactly.
The one jump scare that stuck out to me that scared the shit out of me the first time was when she was concentrating on the recording of Laura.
GarageBand.
Was it GarageBand? That'd be crazy.
No,
I didn't know.
She was on an Apple, though. Because when she turned up the volume, when it like an old iMac.
Oh, I didn't have an old iMac.
Well,
I'm a new iMac.
You didn't go to the school library?
Library?
You didn't go to the school's library?
Your library had computers?
Oh, shit.
No, ours didn't have Mac. Yours had MacBooks? Are you shitting me?
Ooh, Catholic school.
MacBooks.
Yeah.
Ours always had those really skinny, like shitty. It was Windows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
the
like the computers
Dell.
were little tiny pieces of crap that could barely run. And MacBooks.
Yeah.
You must have.
We got smart boards.
Wait a minute.
Did
you not have chalkboards?
That was later. Smartboards was like grade 11, grade 12. I was coming out of school when smartboards.
So they had chalkboards that were touchscreen.
Later on.
Seriously though, that's a thing. Someone mentioned that to me, and I was like, "There's no way they're Tony Starking in schools."
Yeah, they are. They are.
Wow.
It makes you think they're smarter when they're like.
No,
Tony
it makes me
Starking.
think they're lazy that they can't write on a chalkboard.
Yeah, it doesn't help when they all have a bit of an obesity problem.
That has nothing to do with writing.
That was just my rich teachers. They all loved eating, and I enjoyed their company.
I like eating too. Man, that school food was good.
Yeah.
Did you have a good school food in your cafeteria?
We didn't have a cafeteria in elementary. In high school, there was no store-bought cafeteria.
You couldn't buy food from your school?
No.
Oh, well, I would trade in the smart boards
you went
for that.
to prison.
No,
You're describing prison.
I guess I went to a rich school. So you didn't have like the chicken burgers.
No.
Oh, those
That's
were
a health
good.
and safety issue.
Oh, it definitely was. If you tried one, you definitely think that. But smile.
I was smiling in my cafeteria just thinking about this movie.
Were you? I know you're a big fan. Wait, did I even say the jump scare that got me? I don't think I did.
Wait, let me see if you did.
Yeah, because she was listening to the thing, and then you interrupted.
Yeah, guitar band.
Tangents of horror. There's a reason
Guys,
why
I've
we
heard
call
of
it
this
that.
show.
So she's listening in on her computer. She's home alone, and it's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark to be home alone at.
No, but if this show was happening to me, I'm sorry, I would have all the lights on, like, at all times.
Okay,
that's just me.
Yes, but go on with the jump scare, and then I have a gripe.
She's looking at the computer, the sound wave. She's turning it up, and even I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear what she's hearing
until the very last.
So even me, I'm turning it up.
Yeah.
And then she's turning it up, and then it's getting like up close to her face and the computer, and then you see the ghost of Laura like right up close to her face. Yeah. I think she says something. We'll just say boo.
Yeah.
And it just scares the crap out of you.
I think she says something, but we'll go with boo.
No, that one got me.
Boo.
Or the telephone one. But what were you going to mention after?
I wish narratively we had a reason why Rose wants to go through the sound files of her therapy session back
just
again.
To find clues.
But I understand that what I can infer her motive is, but I want her to kind of say or have some sort of like quick thinking and articulate it to someone where they're like, I think I heard something weird or something or other. Where it seems
I don't
like
think she was going back to the recording because of that sound. I think she was going back to see if Laura said anything that could help her.
And I wish
as she was listening to it,
though.
She went, "What was that?"
I wish we got something explaining why though.
Smart people just put it together, Steven.
No, because there's so many options.
It's true.
You don't know if she heard a demon thing. You don't know if she wants to listen back for clues about this, why she's seeing things. Or does she want to go back and reanalyze what she did wrong in her therapy session?
Touche.
I want to see where she's at with, does she think she has something? Does she think there's a monster? Does she believe it yet? And I want to kind of see that transition more clearer while fleshing out her character and to see like how quick-witted she is.
Not added to the movie, though. Instead of stuff in the movie.
I mean, fuck, you can take out the goddamn slow panning scenes that show up every sequence.
There really was a lot of scenes you could take out. That was my biggest problem with this, was that it was just too long.
Yeah, and I understand trying to make a scene carry longer so that there's more tension and suspense.
You don't need it every scene.
It's overused, so you lose it in certain aspects. Whereas, like most other better movies will kind of utilize long scenes one time throughout the movie or
Yeah,
twice.
there's like once or twice.
Yeah, like we were just watching the Greatest Showman clips where the death scene at the very end was like just a 30-second held shot, whereas the rest of the movie was very fast-paced and quick-cutted. Gives it so much more weight, and I think they overused it in Smile.
Yeah, there's too many. Like, there's one scene where before, like, her boss at her work gives her a week off because we find out even before all this is happening, she's the type of person that just buries herself in work.
Yeah.
And like goes days at a time without sleeping and just helping her patients. And there's one scene where she leaves her office to go home for the day, and then it slowly pans from the door that she just closed to the phone.
Yeah.
The phone rings, and then she runs in and answers it.
Yeah.
Like, that could have been
and it doesn't
shown differently or taking out altogether. It could have literally skipped to her just helping a patient again.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, she didn't go home. She's helping more people.
And this is like before anything the viewer would even suspect evil is something going on in the room. So it doesn't really make sense narratively to even use that too. Because you're building suspense and the viewers are confused, going like, what are we supposed to be afraid of right now?
It's almost supposed to be a, like, not a tease, but what's
foreshadowing?
Not foreshadowing. Yeah, kind of foreshadowing, but
in a way of filmmaking.
They want you to think it's going to be a jump scare or whatever, but it's not. Like, it's a fake out. So that when the jump scares do come, they're more, but they do it too much in this movie. You got to choose, like, pick your battles.
Yeah, I would even say a fake out is you got to have something other than a phone ringing for a fake out too.
Well, that's what I mean.
If I were to even give it that much credit.
That's what I mean. They were putting too much.
Yeah. It was.
I wanted more emphasis on, because Laura, when she's explaining what's happening to her, she says that like hundreds of people are smiling at her. People she knows, people on the street.
Yeah.
We don't see that much with Rose.
No, yeah.
She only sees like a few people smiling. Like at the party when she only sees the one person smiling.
Yeah.
I think slowly everyone should have been smiling. Or when she's sitting in her car, maybe someone in the background is smiling. There's not enough of that.
Here's my explanation that is giving this movie too much credit. The reason that Laura sees multiple people smiling at her as opposed to Rose seeing individuals.
She had more friends.
Is because I would go on to say Laura's insecurities come from her anxiety with everyone else, possibly social situations.
So she just doesn't have as
she's
many
worried
people
about
in her
everyone's opinion on her.
Mm.
So she sees the weakness is in everyone she sees. Whereas Rose, hers are more interpersonal. Her relationship with her sister, her relationship with her husband, therapist, these like more individuals that she has big weight, and especially her mother.
Her fiance.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was hoping he was going to smile at one point.
Yeah. I know, right?
The therapist does.
Yeah.
That was a badass scene.
Actually.
Well, it's not her therapist. You know what I mean?
No, but that might be a key as to why the fiance didn't, because I feel like she had no feelings for him. But her ex...
but Laura doesn't say you need to have feelings for people. She says people on the street are smiling at her.
Well, dark feelings, not like lovey-dovey feelings.
Yeah,
like having anxiety from that person, and she might not see that fiance as threatening to her mental.
I think the actress who plays Rose, Bacon, does actually do a good job at slowly going insane.
Yeah, she looks.
The only problem is it's too slow.
She looks more disheveled as it goes on. I like that,
especially because I like when horror movies do the whole like child's play. Basically, any movie where there's some sort of crazy entity, you can't explain it to anyone.
Yeah,
and Laura starts off the movie basically putting it as it is. Like I forget what she says she is, but she's basically going to school to become a psychiatrist or something.
Yeah.
She's like, I know I sound crazy.
Yeah. She's a PhD.
This is happening.
She's a PhD something. Graduate or guarantee?
Yeah, I don't remember. But basically, she would know.
Yes,
like she's basically Rose.
Yeah.
So she's telling Rose, like, I know this sounds crazy, and that's what makes it so good. And Rose does such a good job, like going to her fiance, like, I know I sound stupid,
right?
But you're my fiance, and that's probably one of the biggest scary points is that a lot of people these days, like a lot of people don't get married these days, And this kind of makes that kind of even scarier. Like, it kind of hits home because when you do have a fiance, it's supposed to be someone you can trust with anyone.
I see.
And she thinks that. And as soon as she opens up this one time, he's against her.
Yeah, yeah.
To the point where he's like looking into her history.
Yeah.
He finds out about her mother.
Yeah.
He brings over the therapist. I love that whole her descent into craziness.
Yes, yeah. Like,
and then her ex is like, oh, no, show me. And I like that he's a cop. We find out that her ex-husband's a cop. And he's like, she shows him the evidence. So he's kind of not on her side, but still helping her. Not just putting her into the loony bin right away. I liked that. And she does a good job at that.
Yeah.
Bacon.
I have problems with the individual scenes that you described, but I can understand zooming out how it's a interesting dynamic.
Like what scene? Because
Just
I really
whole-
like the first scene when she's explaining it to her fiance, and she's like, "I know I sound crazy," and he's like, "No, we."
Yes, I think I'd like that one too, but who did she try it out? Who else did she try it out with? Was it the therapist?
That's what she tries to get pills with her therapist, and she says she's seeing hallucinations.
I
And
was
her therapist
frustrated
is just like, yo, you should just take it easy. Because her therapist, I think, says as well, like, you're just overworking yourself and you have unresolved issues. So she I don't know if she knows about the mom, but she knows something like that has happened.
I believe she does, yeah.
Because they had therapy sessions. We can take away from that they had therapy sessions before.
Yeah.
Because she's like, maybe you should start coming to see me more often again. Yeah. Like, resuming your sessions.
Yeah, and she mentioned the mother before, and it kind of alludes to what exactly the monster is preying on is her mommy issues. Rose's old mommy issues.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, the monster jumps from person to person by making that trauma of the suicide, but when he said your mind was easy or whatever, it's because of the mom thing. So she was almost like a treat for him.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks that she didn't make it out in the end, because it would have been a really great, like, overcoming arc for that character, but she just ends up burning herself alive or whatever.
And which is another plight that I have with Rose is that they never gave her an opportunity to really fight back other than just be a detective for like this whole second act. And
I did like that though, because I don't think a lot of the other people that experienced this probably figured out
I like
that it
that
kept
idea,
jumping from person to person.
But it shouldn't have taken up the whole second act. It was such a slow arc of the movie where she's going to this Hispanic woman and her husband did this, and I find that kind of lore interesting. But everything in that whole part of the movie feels way too stretched out than it needs to be.
Really? Because that was my favorite part. Her actually looking for the clues.
I like it
shit.
like as an idea. I like it on a script, but I don't like how they shot it because it's building suspense to like something that's like lore. It should be just like boom, 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 boom. We're learning.
In my mind, that's when we should have started seeing more people smiling. Like,
I agree.
Stuff in the background.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Something was following her.
This is on.
Even the pieces of paper, like the drawings and stuff. It would have been cool if we saw one in the corner, like kind of moving. Like the thing's watching her do this.
The only things that it
takes
alludes
too long
to
for the thing to show itself. That's
ugh. And the only thing that was alluded to was the mug she was holding close to the beginning with the smile on it, and when she's in the doctor's office looking at the pain meter, and the 0 was a smiling.
Stuff like that. I wish there was more, unless I missed it.
Maybe, but
I've watched it twice now, and it's almost like they wanted to do that near the beginning, but then ran out of ideas later on. But it's just make people smile around her that are out of focus.
I'm starting to realize that I think the reason I don't necessarily enjoy this is because it's like It Follows, but watered down. Because It Follows has exactly what you're describing, is these people in the background, you're always thinking it could be anyone just walking towards you, and they look like someone else, and they take on someone you love, possibly. It's the exact same plot. The goddamn ending scene where the mother, possessed by the demon, comes out as a big, tall thing out of the doorway. Oh,
that was so good, though.
It's cut right out of... They did the same exact thing where we were introduced that the monster
I need
grow.
to watch It Follows again because I don't remember.
God, and it's a great jump scare, too, because it's just creepy, and there's no big bang. Oh.
Okay, fine. You know what? That's our next review.
Done deal,
Let's do It Follows next.
Because...
And compare the two.
We'll see. Because, yeah, and I think you'll definitely see the similarities, too.
Because the second act when she's doing all the
It's a
detective
yeah.
work and tracking down what happened, I really like that. I kind of wish we got a bit more information on it, because all we figure out is basically someone gets the demon,
Yeah.
they get worse, and then they find someone to commit suicide in front of them. That person has that traumatic event. The demon jumps over, and it keeps happening.
Yeah. Maybe actually this is actually the perfect kind of way to kind of express what I'm talking about when I say I don't like how it was shot, but I like it on the script.
Mm-hmm.
The prison scene I was looking forward to the most, when she meets up with the prisoner that survives. That's the juiciest part of the whole lore, and it's like not even a minute, and he yells her out of there because she has it.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more. Well, there is a sequel coming, so I'm hoping we get a bit more, and they learn from the mistakes of this one. Because I think everyone had the same problem with it. It's just too stretched out. It could have been more, like, at least by the middle of the movie, it should have started picking up a little bit more. First half would have been fine as it is if it just kept picking up. But it doesn't pick up until she finally goes to her old house, which is the last, like, 15 minutes? Yeah. 15 minutes, maybe? Right? Yeah. A 2-hour movie.
And they have such a potential there that I think they wasted.
That's my favorite part, is everything in that house.
All we know is either you have to die and it gets passed on to someone else, or you have to kill someone in the presence of a witness and it gets passed on to the witness. Which is a traumatic event.
Yes. So basically, there's probably a few ways any traumatic thing you do will probably pass it on.
But so they had that with Rose trying to conquer her past, and she was trying to do a third way, is to conquer the demons that she... Like, this is the perfect route for this character to make, because everyone's been telling her you have to resolve your past issues with your mother. And so she goes to her childhood home to conquer the fear, and then she dies anyways. I feel like that's
what I mean. She should have had a rising arc.
Yeah. They were building up such a character to be smart and to learn maybe I don't have to kill. I just have to face what makes me weak.
Yeah.
And then loses. So it's like, well, maybe not.
I'm almost wondering if they did that just because they knew they were getting a sequel. But at the same time,
well, they'd put 17
it would have been exciting to see her as the one in jail.
Yeah,
because then it could have followed her. Because the difference in the sequel would have been instead of her being all mad and being like, get out, she'll actually help the person.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, that was what I was saying before. Yeah. She has this great arc of going crazy and then figuring it out and then almost going to kill something. Because that was my favorite thing about it too.
Yeah.
Other than her being in the house, is she going to kill someone?
I wish she gotten to that point and it wasn't just a dream sequence. I wish she got close.
That fucked me up.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I thought that was actually going on, which was... I sort of did and I sort of didn't, because when she starts stabbing, the guy's just looking at her and kind of taking it and then mimicking her like, yeah. And then at that point, I'm like, wait a minute. I know he's crazy, but this is a little too... And that's the main part when they look at the boss, and it's kind of like slow-mo, sort of, but he's freaking out, but he looks funny. You know what I mean? I giggled the first time I watched it.
During that scene, I held back wanting to say, oh, who fucking invited Harold and Kumar?
Yeah.
Without knowing that was actually the actor who played Kumar.
Penn, yeah.
And so I didn't want to say it because I thought it would be racist.
You know he was a politician, right? He was a politician in the White House for a little while.
That
like, not in a movie, but like IRL, like in real life.
And they went to White House? He went to the White House?
Yeah, he worked in the White House.
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Yeah, but in real life...
He was White House.
He worked in the White House.
He worked in the White House.
Yes.
And him and Harold.
Harold did not.
They went to White...
But they did go to White Castle. Have you seen that movie?
I have seen it a long time ago on VHS. That's not true.
I don't think that was on VHS.
It wasn't. I do actually specifically remember the DVD I watched it on.
Oh, so you did see it. Good.
It was me. I was like...
He didn't smoke any weed in this movie.
Do they smoke it in White Castle?
Harold and Kumar? Hell yeah.
I didn't know they were potheads.
He is.
Oh, just Kumar
is.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah. One of the best scenes is when Harold is in jail and Kumar is about to bust him out and he starts like sniffing the air and he's like, what is that? And he looks behind him and there's just a big Ziploc bag of weed on the counter, on the desk.
and then he smokes it.
Yeah, good movie.
And he didn't let Kumar out?
He did.
Oh, good.
All right, but this is Smile, and he is in it. But no, I loved when, because they look over at him freaking out, and it's like, it was almost like the opening scene when she doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's just standing there freaking out, so you're like, is this supposed to be comical? And then she wakes up in the car.
Yeah.
And they do that a couple times.
Yeah.
I sort of knew it was happening with the house.
Oh, did you?
I had a feeling.
Even when
she just leaves a burning house in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I know she's going crazy, but even in my mind, I was just like...
You wanted to call the fire department?
It was in the middle of the woods. Like, that's not good. Like...
I mean...
Did that get you the first time you watched it?
The first time, yeah.
It was cool how
I
they
didn't
did
think
it.
because she didn't call anyone or we saw a scene of her calling someone. She went to her cop boyfriend.
Yeah, the next day. So it was just still burning.
Sure.
I don't know.
Maybe it was winter.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying that just stuck out to me.
You're saying something. I think you're saying Rose is bad. You're saying something.
Rose is fine. Rose is cool. Even though she didn't make it. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was...
She's not even a final girl.
And she burned herself.
But that boyfriend does show up. Or sorry, ex-husband or whatever he was. He does show up at the house.
I want to call him her boyfriend.
Well, at this point, yeah, they're basically back together.
Yeah. Cop boyfriend.
Poor guy. I recognize him from other movies.
From Crank.
Maybe. Oh, no, he's from Scream 5. Never mind. He's from Scream 5. He gets killed.
Crank?
Was he in Crank?
No, I don't know who's in Crank.
Me neither. I don't.
Yeah.
I think I saw him once. That's the one
where he has
the
to
guy,
keep going.
Like,
I think
pumps his heart with car batteries and shit, right?
Yeah, and he tries all different ways to get his heart to keep going, and he has like sex in public.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah,
and he doesn't get caught.
I think they're into it.
Wow, what, the cops?
The sexy.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah,
he's not just like
well, I guess what would make your heart go faster? That's all he's after. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Wow. What are we reviewing again? Oh, yeah. Smile.
I would.
Smile.
You're on.
Did we talk about the party? We sort of did.
Happy
but did we talk about the cat?
No, we haven't. CG cat? Did you notice it was CG at first?
Oh, when he pulls it out, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure the kid didn't even know what he was pulling out
No.
of the... Like, it was probably a string. They're like, just pull this out.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's a Disney movie.
We'll give your mom a check. Don't worry.
But no, yeah, that was... Did you see that coming? I had no idea that was coming.
Yes, actually.
Really? You knew the cat was going to be in there?
Yes. I remember going to the person sitting next to me and going, oh, it's a cat.
Oh, no. How did you know?
I've seen this movie before, and I don't even need to watch Smile.
I said the first time.
Yes. I have seen this movie before, and it's called It Follows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I know exactly the fucking formula. I didn't see that coming.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And that whole scene was good, too. The way she reacts is like, someone fucking believe me.
She just falls through a glass table.
Because that's how you're going to react. Like, you don't know where your cat's gone. I just dropped my notes. You don't know where your cat is, and then you just see it dead in a situation where everyone thinks it's you. But of course, you're going to pick the cat up and be like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? It was so
I
well
wouldn't.
done.
Because I was thinking that the entire time. I'm like, is this a natural way to react? And what would I do in this moment?
Depending on how close you are to your... I'm a cat person.
Okay.
I probably would have done what she did.
Yeah, but any pet... Sure. Nah, but you already know you're going crazy in your own mind. You've already seen things, heard things. You're already... And you didn't see your cat last night. I'm already kind of putting myself on edge for something weird to happen in my life. I'm ready for hallucination. I'm watching out. I wish they gave her... I wish she punched a hallucination. My God, Rose. She should have been on her toes. She overreacted with the cat. No, she didn't. It seems normal. For someone who isn't as big brain as me, I would have gone, oh, don't worry, everybody. It's just a toy. And then I would have done a bit, and I would have...
What are you, the guy from Nightmare Sisters?
It's a defense mechanism.
Putting on a voice? On an accent?
Money up front! That's the guy.
Thank you. So you didn't like this scene?
No,
like
no.
it.
I just said she did a good job. That was
Okay.
I was doing a bit. It's like supposed to be haha funny.
I thought so.
I didn't hear you laughing though. That's better. Yeah, it's a fine scene. Listen, a lot of the individual scenes that were good, but it was all the in-betweens that took up an hour and 20 minutes that wasn't
100%.
good. I love 45 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, when it comes down to it, I fucking love this movie.
But
45
same
minutes
of it. Yeah.
There's too much.
Yeah.
There's too much shit.
I like
hours.
I like the script. I don't like the movie.
If they literally cut it down to an hour and a half.
45 minutes, I think. Cut quick.
Cut it down to 40. You can't
Cut it down to 40
them.
and just get the goods.
I'm pretty sure a movie needs to be at least 90 minutes to be released in theaters.
We're not talking that. We're talking about a good movie here. I'm not talking about how they're going to make the most money.
No, you could have made a good movie.
They made $200 million on this.
You could have made a good movie with an hour and a half.
You could have made a great movie with 45.
No.
What are you saying this for? Because it can't be on your big screen?
Well, I still wanted to see more. I want to see more monster.
Well,
the monster was badass.
Okay,
when
if
it
we're
rips
adding
its
to
head
the
out
movie,
and it. What did you think? Why it had so many smiles? I thought it was because it was
the people.
collecting them.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Because it wears their skin, and so every single time it pushes its head out of the person's behind its mouth, and so the mouth keeps kind of growing.
Fucking cool. Who else ripped their head off or their face?
Doctor.
Oh yeah, in the scene when he's
Yeah.
going crazy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was cool.
I think he does a middle split.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does like goatsy horizontally.
He had an itch.
Yeah, and he's like, let me get this real quick.
No, I really liked the monster. That was badass. And then it starts crawling in her mouth.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
She was done for, though.
Was that all done practically? I don't know.
No.
It looked great. I think it looked
I don't
great.
think it was done practically, but it was done great.
It was great.
I think the monster was probably practical.
That's what I'm
and
talking
if it
about.
was,
what
I
the
want
fuck
to
do you
see
think
it.
I was talking about?
When it's crawling in her mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't actually think they were opening the jaw of that poor woman.
Me neither.
Swoony,
That's why I was
swoony
confused. Why would it? That's
Juicy
that's
bacon.
crazy practicality.
Yeah. Oh, she's like a contortionist, but with her jaw only.
Oh.
Yeah, she can.
So she is like a Jortionist.
A Jortionist.
Jortionist. That's a great job.
I'm going to name my son Tom Jortionist.
Why?
Sounds great. It's a sellable name. Put him on the big
But
screen.
wouldn't you need your last name after that?
I can make it whatever I want. There's no rules. I'm
so
naming
you would
the
have
thing.
your kid not have your last name?
If it's better than mine, yes.
Can you do that?
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Can you?
I don't know. Yeah, you can.
No. There's no way that you can give birth to someone and give it a different last name than you.
I don't see why not. It's just tradition.
That's not tradition, though.
Giving is it not? Is there legalese behind giving someone your kin your last name? I don't think so.
It's your family.
But-
They can legally have it changed.
But there's
That's a good question.
yeah. By 18, they can change it to whatever they want.
Yeah.
But from that, they're your property.
But as a parent, can you be like,
sure.
all right, I am Joseph Smith, but my son's name is
Is-
Sean.
Yeah, and you can
Dugan.
lie and say, oh, it's after my father's wife. It's her last name. That's it.
Okay.
You just lie.
I mean, any reason's a reason.
Yeah. You go, oh,
If
it's
you can
after
do it, you can do it.
the maiden name of my grandmother. That's it.
Is that it?
Tom Burgundy.
Is that it for the movie? I think. Did you have any other favorite parts?
I think I liked the monster. I think it looked really cute, and I liked the way it looked, and I think it looked good.
I want more in the sequel of the monster. I hope the sequel kind of
Yeah.
like ups the monster.
I wish the
aspect.
sequel's better than this movie, in every aspect. No droning shots, no long pan.
I mean, if it calls for it,
Twice, use it twice.
because there was some great cinematography in this one.
It's
Like when they
cute
panned through the window.
cinematography.
No, there was 2 times when they were like panning through a window. Do you not remember those? Those were really well done. There's one in her office and,
And it
then
goes
one
through the
somewhere
window?
else. Yeah, and then into like the next scene.
Oh, I see. I know. Yeah, it's cute. Okay. My favorite shot is her walking out of her boyfriend cop's apartment at the end and going out into the field.
That was great.
think
too.
that's the coolest
Like when
shot
it turns
part.
back into the house.
I think that's not cute. I think that's cool. I think the rest of the shots are cute shots. They're cute. They're like, okay, You did that.
No, the cinematography was great. There's just too many shots to do.
It's trying to be A24, not quite ending that. I think it's watered down a lot what it wants to be.
It's called elevated horror.
Okay.
Isn't it? I don't know.
I was flaccid the entire time.
That's good to know, I guess.
You said elevated horror.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, dude.
No, Brandon Reed, guy.
I hate that. Don't you ever get that tattooed on your body.
Brandon Reed, guy?
No, Brandon Reed, comma, guy. Jesus Christ, dude. Brandon Reed, guy. That's...
Oh, dear.
Smile.
If you haven't noticed, it's a little late right now. We're in one of those...
Did you smile at any of the scenes?
I was very happy.
Answer me truthfully. Did you smile at any scene?
No.
It didn't win then. That's not a
horror
winner.
movies don't make me smile.
But smile.
It did make me jump a couple times.
It's called Smile. It's not called horror movie. It should make me smile.
No.
At least put in one fucking
Happy
joke.
birthday.
That scared. I shit my pants the entire time. Oh, it's happening again. Whoa.
I kind of want cake now.
What's your fucking rating?
We wanted pie last episode, and now I want cake.
Did we? We didn't talk about pie last episode.
We did.
American Pie. You're right.
Yeah, because
I tied it to
Nightmare
American
Sisters.
Pie. Oh,
They were rubbing the pie on
there.
their peaches.
Cream peaches isn't bad.
Cream peaches.
What's your rating?
That's a good question. I wanted to go 4 out of 5, like 3 to 3.5.
I almost yelled profanities at you.
I'm going with 3.5. There's a good movie here. There's just too much added onto it.
You gave it above average. You gave it like...
It's a good movie. I like it.
Like if this was golf...
I'm going to see the sequel when it comes out. Because hopefully they learn from their mistakes, cut it down, cut the bullshit, get to the good stuff, and smile.
But the worst part is I think you share my opinion on it, is that you like the script but not the way the movie was shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it a lower score than 3.5.
I'm nicer than you.
That might be it.
I'll probably watch this movie again in the future.
That's horrendous.
It's not a movie...
I'll look up a scene of it. I won't watch the whole thing again.
Well, you don't like watching movies as a whole.
I'm going to give it...
Be honest.
I'm giving it a fair score.
How many smiles? How many monster smiles? How many dead...
Okay,
oh, that's mean. I'm not going to finish. I was going to say how many dead cats?
Just one. Is one too many. We should...
So that's why you give it 1?
No, we should make all cats immortal. I want to give it a fucking 1.9.
That's fine.
Let me think if that's a right choice. I was thinking 2.1 or 1.9.
We'll just go with the 2. Right in the middle. And it's easy.
Fine. I'll give...
Fine.
1.9. I malfunctioned when I wanted to say fine.
What was the 0.1 for? What's the 0.1 for? That's so bad.
Because I would give movies better than this a 2. I think that's how...
Well, that's how it would work.
So I want to give this a 1.9.
You'd give movies better than this a 3, 4, or 5, too.
You're right.
That's how a rating works, Steven.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're learning this by the 22nd episode.
You asked me a question, I answered it. Why are you repeating my answer?
Because it was a stupid answer, to be honest.
It was a correct answer. I'm not
I
trying to
didn't give it
impress
a 2 because a 1.9 is lower.
I didn't give it a 2 because I would rate better movies than this a 2. So that's the reason it's a 1.9. You asked why I gave it a 1.9.
I meant like something from the movie that made it.
Okay, then you say I misspoke. I should have made my question a little more specific to what I wanted to figure out.
No.
And then I would have given you a more concise answer.
You saying... No, what did you say?
Exactly. You don't listen.
No, you basically said, I didn't give it this because other movies
would be that and be better.
But you can say that about any rating that's lower than any other movie. I mean, what about the movie is putting that 0.1? Why can't it be a 2? Now, 0.1.
It can't be a 2 because, that is still my answer.
No, but what about the movie?
What about the movie makes it a 1.9 and not a 2? I would say 80% of a lot of their scenes are wasted potential where I believe they could have done something better with the character.
Okay.
Something better with the conversation. I think
I thought Rose was perfect.
I thought the dialogue writing wasn't a hundo on certain scenes. Okay. I think the actors were very well good, some of them. Mm-hmm. Most of them, honestly. I wasn't upset with the actors. but I think it felt gutted as a movie, and it could have been fleshed out for the amount of time that they had it on the screen.
All right.
And I think they wasted a lot of time not adding to the movie at all.
I want more monster lore in the
Me too.
sequel.
Yeah.
Like where it started. I get that it's been going on forever, but kind of like Clown. Is it like a
Exactly, yeah.
demon from some sort of
Give us a year.
past?
Trace back the 20 suicides or the deaths that happened.
I mean, it
with
would probably stop at some point.
Yeah, and then find like patient zero and then look into that and see where it came from. Was he meddling in witchcraft? This is what I want to know. Witches. And
Or
witches get
stitches.
sometimes if they hurt themselves.
No, they usually get the flame.
Witches usually get the
because
they burn the
burn.
witch.
Or they drown them.
Sometimes.
Isn't
if they
it
run
like
out of burn money.
What's the drowning thing?
If they don't escape,
basically if they don't swim or are they attached to something?
They might like float or something. Or if they escape, I'm pretty sure if they escape, then they are a witch.
Escape what though? Like
the drowning. Like I think they
tie
bind them
up.
in cinder blocks. Yeah.
That makes more
Yeah.
sense.
You dropped your notes twice now.
I mean, basically, I think the fire makes more sense. Like if you could
survive fire, then you're a witch.
Because I'm pretty sure they don't dive down and make sure, like, okay, you're not. Okay, yeah, they're dead.
Actually, no. I think the fire is just to kill either way. I think that's when they've been confirmed, and then if they have suspicions,
there's no such thing as witches.
Confirmed.
Dude.
What? Well, then why'd they kill all those women?
That's a good point.
They were witches.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening to
look
my
at you taking control
podcast. It's called Tangents of Horror.
That's a good name.
Thank you.
Good for you.
I really need to
Steven.
enunciate the horror when I say
you
the
do,
name.
or else they're gonna think you're saying whore.
But with like 3 R's. Horror.
Yeah.
Like
you threw me off.
Thank you.
You took the words out of my mouth. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Guys.
Everyone,
everywhere.
everywhere.
Here.
Please don't for the rest.
You don't like that?
No.
It's like we planned this.
We don't plan shit.
Guys, thank you so much from the deep bottom pits of my heart.
Dude. Sorry.
Is that from Where's My Car?
I have no idea. It's late. I'm a little
You just yelled at me, essentially.
Are you okay? Did you want to talk about it? Did I hurt your feelings?
No.
Follow us on Twitter,
Guys,
Instagram. Rate us with the stars.
Hop into our Twitter right now. Open your telephone. Go into your Twitter and
I want
fucking
gold stars.
Brandon posted a poll on Twitter.
Gold stars.
When you post this episode, you have to remind yourself to make a poll on Twitter.
Great.
So,
because I'm in that state of mind.
Well, you got notes.
I'm not making a note right now.
So make sure.
What is the poll on, Steven?
I don't know. It's the future. I just told them to go to your Twitter to look at the poll you just posted. I don't know what it's about.
It's a candy cane poll.
Guys.
The North Pole. It's my South Pole.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know. Is that Jack Frost?
That was all me, man.
Wow. I hate it even more now. I wish Jim Carrey said
rude.
that. I wish Jim Carrey said that.
You're just bringing up Jim Carrey because I kind of thought the main character in Smile looked like Jim Carrey in certain lights.
And she had too many
and
wrinkles for you. I
thought she was hot at some points too. So
I
what
bet you think Jim Carrey's hot.
He's a good-looking man.
Yeah, I think so too.
He might be a little crazy, but he might be smart at the same time.
I like him crazy.
I do too. Have you seen his paintings?
No, but I've heard that he has.
It's crazy. He's good.
He is a crazy guy.
Smoking even.
Is he paint nude?
That's from one of his movies.
Interesting.
Have you seen a Jim Carrey movie? I'm so afraid.
Bits and Pieces of the Mask. No, I've got to have.
Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, Bruce Almighty.
Are you the no wait, who keeps asking me if I've seen
Evan Almighty?
Yeah, is that you? Because someone keeps asking me that, and I'm pretty sure they have not seen Bruce Almighty. That's not you, right?
No.
Okay,
no. Because I would always admit that I've seen Bruce Almighty.
Because I'm sorry, if you've seen both, you would ask if someone's seen Bruce before Evan. It's a good movie.
There are people who just probably think Evan
Bruce
Almighty
is better.
Yeah, of course.
Even Evan's parts in the Bruce movie is better.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was our review of Smile.
Guys, thank you. Guys, did you like it?
Right, we're wrapping this up.
Guys, please.
It's been like 4 minutes of not
the
movie.
Please.
Just so you know, we have gotten some Twitter requests of movies
What?
because people know you don't watch movies.
I don't.
So I went out and I went, if you had a friend that doesn't watch movies and has like a life or something, what would you make them watch? So they gave me a list.
No,
and I wrote the
dude.
list down, and we're going to do some of them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Are
sucks
they
to
good?
be you.
I bet they're
Yeah.
all bad.
They're pretty good. Some of them I haven't seen.
Okay.
And also in the future, we're planning to do more commentary episodes.
Yeah.
And we're going to get onto that YouTube shit. We might actually put our commentary episodes up there.
That makes sense.
If we figure out how to do it.
That makes sense. I know, right? Yeah.
A lot of technical jargon.
Yeah, tune in, guys. We got technology.
Keep
booming.
up to date on the Twitter.
Yeah.
We might make a Discord in the near future that you can keep up to date on that too. And Patreon, maybe if people like us. I don't think enough people like us enough.
That's
yet.
you don't fucking get
am
too
I
big
putting
for
that
your
out too
britches.
early?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you're going to make them
Or
flaccid.
Don't leave.
They're flaccid.
Don't leave.
They're dry.
Elevated podcast.
Okay. If we say it 3 times, it might come true. Thank you guys for watching. Please fucking hang up the phone.
If
to
you're
our viewers.
watching, where are you?
And if you're listening, who are you?